So I'll tell you a little bit about myself and what brought me to yoga, and then we'll kind of go from there. So I started in 2012, and I was the New Year's resolution queen. I get them every year, got the list of all the things I'm going to change, and just about 2 or 3 weeks in, it's the typical, fall off path. And so what was unique about this year in 2012 was that I started yoga with all my other routines, and it stuck. This was the year that everything just really solidified in my mind and in my heart, and I really did want health and wellness. So I started yoga at 276 pounds, and I was really, really in pain. I had really bad knees, really bad sciatic pain. My second daughter was about 9 months old at the time, so my big aha was like changing diapers and having to get off the floor after changing a diaper. I should not be 26 years old and just be like suffering to get off the ground. So I learned that yoga was good for sore muscles, and it was good to help with flexibility. And I didn't know anything about, the mind part of the yoga or the breathing or the relaxation side. I just wanted to feel better physically. So it was at Physique's down here, the gym, and I just was thirsty for knowledge of yoga. And my teacher was really kind and really open to teaching me, and she kind of took me under her wing, and she got pregnant. She asked if I'd be her sub, and I was only about 50 pounds down at that point, and I felt really, really nervous about standing in front of a class. I still felt like I wasn't there, kind of a thing. And so I told her yes, and I started subbing yoga. Probably about 3 or 4 classes in, I realized it was my passion, and it's definitely what I should have been doing. So up until then, I was just kind of at little part-time jobs here and there, landscaping and helping around and momming. So 5 years down the road, we got the yoga studio rocking and rolling. I am also a licensed massage therapist and an energy worker as well. So I went to school at Healing Mountain Massage School downtown Salt Lake City, and that's been really fun to add the yoga or add the massage modalities into the yoga studio. It's made it a lot more of a spa setting there at the studio, and my massage clients naturally become yoga students. My yoga students naturally become massage clients. So it just works out really, really well. So can I see hi, good morning, welcome.
Good morning.
Can I see a show of hands who's ever had a professional massage before? Yeah, you have a massage video. Are you a massage therapist?
Yes.
Awesome, very cool. Very cool, that's awesome. So good morning, welcome. Glad everyone's just piling on in. This is great. Let's try and get everyone up here on front so we can be pretty close to each other. We can make room. We're going to rearrange this place today. Probably the first time church has moved around like this in a long time. Look at all these point earners. This is great. Hi, Marcia.
How are you?
I'm really good. Happy to be here for sure.
We had 3.
Oh, yeah, surprise. So yeah, there's a little bit about my story and my journey in yoga. I am a standing testimony that yoga works. Starting at almost 300-pound woman and losing 120 pounds in a 2-year span was quite the transformation. I'm pain-free, been pain-free for many, many years. Every once in a while I'll have the normal aches and pains, but it's self-inflicted. I either exercise too hard, or I pick up my kids and throw them around and stuff like that. But as far as my daily aches and pains, those have dissipated, and it's been an amazing thing to be able to say and be able to stand to that, because previously I was in a lot of pain all the time. So let's talk about the mental parts of my journey with yoga. I'll preface this with, I did lose a marriage out of going through this whole unfolding process in yoga. I was in a marriage for 10 years, and it was a toxic relationship. And I had done this weight loss journey with my ex-husband. He lost 100 pounds in this journey. I lost 120, and so we were in it together, kind of a thing. We both went on a yoga journey too, and in that we learned the qualities of a healthy relationship. And through that, there was a loss of marriage, which was really hard. It was, we had children together, 4 and 6 at the time. So the little ones and losing a marriage it was a lot of chaos in my life for a bit. So really lucky to have a yoga studio and be able to fall back on having a sense of home with the business and things like that. So yoga is seen as this mind, body, spirit aspect. The word yoga itself means to unite or to yoke. So we're bringing together, kind of a thing. So the community of yoga can be seen as a bunch of hippies, right? We think the organic, the more natural, into holistic living, things like that, and it's not a bad way to live. You know, I used to be on the other end of the spectrum. I know what it feels like to be on the other side, and you know, it might be fun temporarily, but at the end of the day, there's no context to what's happening inside of you, and that's what I was thirsting for, was context. And luckily, yoga not only gives you physical exercise, but it has context. There's body in yoga. You're actually leaving feeling this deep satisfaction that's coming from inside of you. You haven't got it from this external source kind of a thing. Now, that might not happen the first few times you do yoga. You might be in yoga class 10 times and be wondering, what in the hell is this lady talking about? Like, she wants me to do what? I get it. I've been there. It can get kind of awkward. Not as far as like the physical yoga poses, but when you hear an exercise teacher use the word energy, try and move your energy over to this part of your body kind of a thing. It can be like your linear brain starts to go, what? Like, move energy where? Breathe into my legs? How do I breathe into my legs? I can't do that. So you'd be surprised at what you can learn, what you can do. It's pretty amazing. So I have 2 yoga students right here. We've done lots of yoga together, and they're also my massage clients. So you guys can vouch that yoga has been really, really good transformation for a lot of people at Brigham City. And the sense of community that we're building has been really great. It's needed. For myself, I'm not LDS. I also am not someone who hangs out at the bars. So I'm in this in-between place in the city where I need entertainment. I mean, we have a rundown bowling alley and we have a movie theater kind of thing. So no complaints on what's to offer in the city, but in a way, it's like I feel like I need the yoga studio. I need that sense of belonging, and so it's been fun to have that and have people just gravitating toward the studio. So if you're curious, I definitely invite you to come check out what's going on there. We have classes every day of the week for all bodies, and I do have brochures for you guys to take home at the end of the day, and you guys can just read over those and then get a hold of me after that. But any questions before we go any further? We all doing good? Okay, half of you are smiling. What's going on? Go ahead and move your butts to the end of your chair, please. You can put your hands on your knees, kind of roll your shoulders around a bit. Check in with your body. How are you feeling this morning? Okay, go ahead and reverse your shoulder circles. And if you haven't already started, close your mouth and take deeper breaths in and out of your nose. Go ahead and reverse your circles one more time. And it's normal for your body to ask for a deeper, slower breath. So just let that happen in its own time. Okay, let your hands go down to your knees. Go ahead and close your eyes. We're all here holding space for each other. So let's inhale together. And then out of the mouth, let it come out like an easy 2 more times. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Again, inhale through your nose, sit up tall. Exhale out of your mouth. Go ahead and close your mouth, breathe in and out of your nose. Just take a moment here and check in with what's happening inside. Listen to the sounds that are happening around you. It's all part of your experience this morning. So this is just a practice of presence, learning how to be here and in the moment. If your mind is chattering or if you're feeling nervous or excited, just let that dissipate and be neutral. Allow your chin to go down to your chest. Stretch out some muscles in the back of your neck. And if you have any major neck or injuries, you'll want to be really slow with these next movements. We're just going to rock the head side to side gently. So allow these movements to not only be felt in your neck, see if you can get them to resonate down into your shoulders, into your hips. Start to sway them around a bit. And you might even feel it all the way in your fingers or your toes. We'll do this for about 20 more seconds. sure that it feels even on both sides. If you want to rock back, get the front side of your throat to open. Okay, feel a lot more oxygen flowing up into your brain now. So come back into center, sit up nice and tall, and then just allow your eyes to open, hold them down on the carpet, blink a couple times, relax your face. Not that time is of any importance, but it's only been 3 minutes. So you can notice how you are feeling a lot more inward. You're listening to what's happening inside of your body. This is a key element in yoga. So yoga is the only form of exercise that I know of that has so much influence on the breath. And so at the yoga studio, that is what I am giving the body of my classes to, is the breathing. The body is secondary to the breath. So we work on that slower, steady breathing throughout the day. Allow your eyes to open. We'll do 3 yoga poses. So if you'll lean your body forward, take a big breath, sit up halfway, suck your belly in. I'm so sorry if you have jeans or a belt on. Let's go forward again, and then if you can, just drape your arms down your legs, relax the back of the neck, and we'll hold that for a few breaths. Close your eyes if it helps. You focus on what's happening inside. Good. Ease into the back of the neck, let the head fall down. Kind of feels like a surrendering here. So this is accessible in your chairs any time of the day. Really helps to open up and stretch out your back. Okay, take a big breath, slowly come up, straighten your spine. As you exhale, sit your bum into the chair and then open up your legs a bit. Try not to knee your neighbor, and then just rock left and right, left and right. You might feel some pops and cracks. This is normal. Another easily accessible movement, right? Does that feel okay? And then we're going to get probably one of the tightest muscles on everybody's bodies, in our glutes and around in our hips, especially if we're sitting in chairs all day long or if we're driving a lot. Come back into center, sit up tall. Your breathing sounds amazing, you guys. Keep it up. Still got you in a solid piece. Go ahead and walk your knees close together, wiggle your bum around a bit. Last thing, if you have injuries in your back, just be careful. So you're going to take and make a figure 4. Any smart physical therapist would teach this to you, all right? So that can be enough just to hang out like that. I'm going to encourage you to move that around a bit. You go left and right, left and right. Same thing with your torso, rock left and right. How everything is kind of connected there in your body. If you can do more, lean your body forward. Don't forget to breathe deeply. So the key in your yoga practice is to be here in these poses or stretches. Right now it's a stretch. 5 to 8 breaths. Okay, when you're at home and you're doing it alone, you can real quickly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, I'm done. Be honest about it. Okay, don't cheat yourself. Come back up, sit up tall. We'll add a twist. So put your left hand on your right knee. Your right hand can hold on your chair. Start to turn and twist back. Breathe deeply. Exhale completely. You're gonna wring out your lungs. Feel your organs getting a nice massage. So we're not looking for any points of pain. If it's hurting, you went too far. Remember, you can always do less. Okay, slowly remind yourself, come back to center, sit up tall. Your body feels a lot when you come out of it. So let's go ahead and release it slowly. Point your toes forward. Lift the leg up, up, up. Keep pointing, keep breathing. Feel that connection goes all the way to the top of your hip. And then slowly lower the leg down. Good. Rock around. And we'll switch sides. So I'm going to pull your knee up. This side is going to tell a different story, so listen. Yes. Roll your foot around a bit. One side may feel a lot tighter than the other. It's normal. And so that same thing, go left, right, get some looseness there. And you can keep doing it like that. When you come back to center, sit up tall, and you can add the fold. The folding is optional. Go ahead and close your eyes if it helps you to focus on what's happening inside. We'll take a few more breaths. Can we get this foot flat on the ground? Oh, yep, that'll feel a lot better. Good. Good. Ease into the back of your neck. Focus on where you're feeling the stretch, and see if you can send your breath into that area of your body. Good. The power of the mind is real. It's incredible. Slow and steady, come up. Sit up nice and tall, plant your hips into your chair. We'll add the twist. It's right hand to the knee, left hand to the chair. So to look back, use your eyes, deepen your breath. We'll hold it. Start to notice your breathing resembles this ocean wave sensations. Good. And release. Come back into center. Take your leg out. Eyes are focused on the ground. Point the toes, lift the leg, move around. And release. Good. You can sit back. And just sit up tall. Try not to use that chair back there too much. How's everyone feeling? Good. You're all breathing deeper, so keep breathing deeply. All right. So why do we do yoga? Well, because we got slapped into chairs at a very young age. That's the majority of why our bodies are so tight. We had to start sitting in chairs, in school. So our hips got bound. Stairs aren't good for our bodies. We walk a lot of stairs, and those keep us pretty tight. So you'll notice, over in Asian culture, things like that, they're always sitting on the ground for a reason. It's good for you to be down on the ground. So if you find yourself habitually avoiding sitting on the floor, maybe make a habit out of it. Get on the ground a couple times a day and do your things down there. So we can really limit ourselves and our body's capabilities because our minds are so powerful. Like I was just saying, that our minds will reroute. I don't like getting off the floor, so I'm not going to do that anymore. We'll go different pathways all the time. Our brains are really tricky at making our lives more comfortable from the outside, kind of a thing. So why do we meditate? Anybody want to answer that question before I do? No takers? De-stress. I don't know. De-stress. That's good. All right. Any other? This is open discussion. So what? Those of you that did raise your hand, what brought you to wanting to learn how to meditate?
Cuts out the outside and misses and brings you into
Absolutely. Good. Anyone else? Okay. All right. So a meditation practice can look like a lot of different things. A lot of people are quite unsure where to start with meditation, so they just don't do it at all. And that's probably the biggest hiccup. We don't know what to do, so we just don't. So in my experience of meditating, it is definitely a practice of presence, which can sometimes be the hardest thing to do, just learning how to be here and in your body and in your breath and listen and feel without your head going blah, 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 blah all the time. Can you relate with the chatter inside the mind? It can get a little much, especially, the end of the day when you want to go to sleep, but your head is not going to bed. So we do physical yoga to get the busyness out of our bodies so that our heads can be quiet. Because if you're trying to sit or lie down and meditate, but you're distracted by your pain or you're distracted by your wiggles or maybe your mind is just won't stop, it's really hard for you to be true and quiet to yourself. It's just not going to happen. So that's why the yoga has been seen as a complement to meditation, because if you're doing your physical yoga exercises, you're pretty much wearing yourself out so that you do sit quiet without all of the extra chatter in your head. Now, you don't have to do yoga before you meditate, but it helps. You don't have to, lay out your mat and do your entire routine, but just a few, 5 minutes like we just did, just 5 minutes of mindful movement. Get your head connected to your body, get your breath to flow, and then sit. Give yourself some quiet time. If you have a hard time with even 2 or 3 minutes of silence, try and set a timer and see if you can do, 3 to 5 minute chunks. And you'll be really surprised at how within a couple weeks you'll start to work up toward longer lengths of time, 5 to 7 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes. Now, you can picture the yogi on the mountaintop with his eyes closed. He's been there for 30 years and hasn't moved. We're not looking for that. That's kind of unrealistic in this day and age, right? There may be a time in your life where you get the opportunity to go away, but it's not super realistic in Brigham City, Utah. So, as you're trying to implement more health and wellness into your lifestyle, I just want to invite you to know that meditation can be such a simple thing for you to turn to. It's just an amazing tool to unwind what's happened to you from the inside out, pretty much. So, to say that we all have experienced our life with zero trauma, would be a little unfair. Like we've all been through it from birth to where we are presently. So in yoga and in meditation, you are able to unwind what in the yogic society they call samskaras or suffering that has been instilled in you through your experiences in your life. No worries. Thanks. Oh, and I love to dance too. Surprise, surprise. And so yeah, I think that it's just really important to understand that there's no pressure. Like if you think you need to light a candle and have an essential oil and have your crystals and all these little things to be a proper meditator or whatever it may be, that's not the case. It's just how to be present. And so for me in my journey where I'm at now in meditation, it feels like life is just one long meditation day to day. You know, how I'm interacting with you guys right now is part of my meditation practice. I'm being aware of how I'm sitting in this room with my people. My head's not off in La La Land in 500 other places. So that to me has become a practice meditation. I'm learning how to be present right now. So, grocery store. We've all been there. You're in line at the grocery store, you got that irritating something in front of you, you got loud behind you, it's just chaos. You know, you're in a hurry, you have somewhere to be. Well, guess what? The person in front of you has somewhere to be. The person behind you, they got their stories too. So what a perfect opportunity to find presence in yourself. Can everybody relate to that? So as I said, treating life as this meditation is probably the biggest message I want to get across to people, is that you don't have to have the experience of what it looks like in the pictures or what you're reading about in the books and things like that. It really is just how to be a better person throughout the day in your life. And so if you're unable to stand at the grocery store without going off inside or verbally going off outside or whatever it may be, some of your body language changes, things like that, that might be a key that you do need to go home and do the other. Be quiet, sit, go into a room that's away from people and see if you can get some of that, you know, internal stirring to release itself, kind of a thing. So what I mean by internal stirring, that could be a tough topic. Personally, since I've experienced times in yoga where I want to jump out of my body, I want to crawl out of my skin, literally, because I'm so uncomfortable with where I'm at, either physically in a position or just I'm sitting and having to be quiet and I can't. It's just there's too much going on around me. Like it doesn't even have to be like a physical actual sound. It's just it's energetically just too much noise, like interference, what it feels like. So those are the days when I go get in my bathtub, I put Epsom salt in it, I just check in, check out, and check in, kind of a thing. And so it's all part of the health and wellness regimens. I get questions all the time, people coming up to me and they say, my back hurts. What yoga pose do I do to help my back? And I have a hard time giving a specific yoga pose because it's more of a regimen. It's a lifestyle change that you have to implement to get your back better, kind of a thing. I can't teach you how to do a forward fold 5 times a day, every day, and then suddenly your back is better. We have to learn how to add nutrition and proper sleep and things like that to get your back better, kind of a thing. So then yoga becomes way more of something you do on a yoga mat. It becomes this experience of life, like how do you make lifestyle changes to feel better. And so when I started yoga, that's just where I was. I was just in this place of desperation. How do I feel better, kind of a thing. And what really helped me to lose the majority of my weight was my portions. I was just overeating so much. You know, we're really good at that in this society of our eyes are bigger than our stomach, kind of thing. And I was taught to go to bed without having an empty belly. Like my grandma likes to feed me mashed potatoes and gravy and things like that as I'm going to sleep, kind of thing. So that was ingrained in me, you know, growing up. And so when I had to learn to go to bed without, you know, a stomach full of hot food, it was hard. It was unpleasant, and it was a lot of change. And so now when I'm trying to tell people, you know, things like this, little tips and tricks on how to get and be and feel better, and they say, no, I can't do that, well, guess what? You can. Like, just keep trying. Wake up every day with a different concept in your head of health and wellness and happiness and freedom more than anything else. So, any questions? No? Is it going in? Or the seed's being planted? It's not like in and out, okay? Like I said, I really would like open discussion. So if you guys do have any questions on the meditation or the yoga, or, even just lifestyle. I think it's really important that we can, know that we're all holding space for each other. So if you have anything you want to ask, then that would be great. Awesome. Kids, how about kids doing yoga? I think it's really important that we're teaching our grandchildren and our children to be mindful. Not necessarily got to drag them to a yoga class and drop them off and make them go practice, but just like I was saying previously, teaching them, the basics in how to be a good person is going to help them and it's going to open their eyes for future. And so taking them to a yoga class can be a lot of fun, and taking them to, group meditation, things like that. I see it all the time. It doesn't happen much in Brigham City. I try and have events a lot. I try and get families to come together and communities to come together, but it's been a kind of a challenge. I think there's a lot of dogma wrapped around yoga. There's a lot of ideas of what yoga is and what yoga is not, but until you experience it, you're not going to know, kind of a thing. So, does that make sense? Okay, awesome. I've been really grateful to reach out to the community in lots of different ways. The farmers market here in Brigham City has been really fun. So, you guys been hanging out and doing farmers market this year? You seen? No? It's on Saturday evenings. It's been a really good time to come down and kind of see what other people have to offer. There is a lot of health and holistic information down at Farmers Market this year, and it's been really fun. So, and there's more opening in Brigham City. We have Full Circle Wellness Center opening up on Main Street, and they have a whole bunch of holistic services that they're offering as well. It's been a really good time. So, I was hoping we could do one more breathing exercise. Is everyone up for that? Okay, go ahead and stand in your chair again. So this is more just like for mental calming and relaxing. I want you to remember this for if you have insomnia, or if you have, a hard time, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't go back to bed. This is a breathing exercise that you can go to any time of the day. With that being said, I'm not going to put you to sleep. Okay, it's more just to keep your mind plugged into your body and creating a circuit inside of yourself. So this is called the quantum breath, or some people will call it a box breath. Okay, so hands on the knees again. Roll your shoulders around. Everybody inhale deeply. Out the mouth, make it louder this time. Like a again, inhale through the nose. Don't be shy. Exhale. A little slower. Inhale through the nose. Sit up tall. Exhale out the mouth. Close your mouth. Breathe in and out of your nose. Relax your shoulders down the back. See if you can feel your feet plugging into the ground beneath you. If you find that your mind is chattering, allow your thoughts to dissipate. Be present. Once again, focus on your breath, the rising and falling in your chest. So while you're learning how to meditate at home, you might be wondering, what am I doing here? In my personal practice, my meditation is revolved around the breath and how to be conscious about the breath. The one thing that we're doing all the time, however, it is probably one of the hardest things for us to do consciously. Okay, so now this is conscious breathing. In yoga, we call it pranayama. So everybody inhale, exhale through the nose. Keep breathing nice and slow. So if you've never done a breathing exercise before, please be open-minded to experience. Everybody inhale. Everybody exhale. And we'll begin. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Keep breathing. 4, 5, 6. Pause. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. pause. Sounds good. We'll do it a few more times. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep filling up your lungs. Sit up tall. 6, 7. Pause. Exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep exhaling. 3, 2, 1. Get empty. Hold empty. Pause. Again, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 0, 0. Pause. One more time. Take the slowest, deepest breath so far today. Maybe the slowest breath you've ever taken in your life. Fill your body all the way full and hold it at the top. As you're exhaling, exhale this breath from the top of the body all the way down to the bottom pockets of your lungs. When you think you're empty, see if you can squeeze out a little more air. Hold empty. And release. Go back to normal, natural breathing. And feel the effects of the practice. Bring your awareness back into the present moment. Notice where you are in the room. So the power of meditation is wrapped around conscious breathing. Those of you working on this meditation at home, again, start with a timer if it helps. You don't have to do your yoga poses first, but just know that stretching out your body will definitely help you to get your wiggles out so you can sit freely from distractions. 99% of the time, it's easier said than done. That's what makes it an awesome practice within itself. So as you're ready, start to blink your eyes open again, eyes at the floor. Roll your shoulders around a bit. Go and turn your palms to face the sky. Open, close with your hands. You can loosen up. And you can scoot back in your chair. How's everyone feeling? You okay? Good? A little more clear-minded? Yeah, awesome. I felt like a morning fog just dissipate. It was awesome. Very good. So, any other questions? No? You guys are easy peasy. Well, now everyone's smiling nice, so now I'm happy. Okay. Again, my name is Keirshia Baker, and I would love to connect with each of you personally, so I'd love if you get a hold of me. It's been just a joy to get to know Brigham City on a deeper level, and it's been just a blast to have the yoga studios. So come check us out. We do a really cool class in the morning called Tai Chi. It's different than yoga. She loves Tai Chi. I'm not the teacher for that. Her name is Peggy Madsen. She's a sweet, sweet woman. And Tai Chi is definitely designed for all levels. So if you have, elderly family, things like that, who need movement, but they have a hard time getting on and off the ground, Tai Chi is perfect for them because it's all done standing on a soft mat, and it's just a really cool flow of moving your arms. We do leg movements, really peaceful music, and Peggy's voice is so soothing. So, like I said, I'll give you a brochure, and you can connect with me on social media. If you're not on social media, sweet. Connect with me on my website. I'm there too. And if you don't do any computer stuff, all right, get a hold of me somehow. Any other questions? You guys have an awesome rest of the day. Please stay well hydrated, drink plenty of water. We're in a season change right now, so when seasons fluctuate, we do too. Okay, awesome. Good to have you all today. Don't work too hard, it's Friday, okay? Cool.
It's Tuesday. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. Yeah. If you're not interested in this brochure, maybe give it to somebody who is. Okay, awesome. You're welcome.
I got you all signed in.
Absolutely.